Good morning. Hi. I don't know if you're watching this in the morning, but right now it is about 8 o'clock in Boston on a really rainy morning. And I'm just going to do a quick 5 minutes before I head out to work. And as I was looking at the book, I was realizing that, well, the next like chronological page is page 47, which is the four phases of life. And then I thought, well, if I have 5 minutes, I'm going to talk about one particular topic. I'm going to read something that's actually on the next page. And then in the next reading, I'm going to start from the top 147. So, for the quick 5 minutes, I'm going to talk about one thing that has been coming up in advising conversations, especially as it relates to negotiation. And that is nobody ever is going to be able to tell you what your potential is. And this is something that is so I don't have a lot of lead up time, so I'm just going to really jump in because this has been like an ongoing theme as I've been doing a lot of negotiation coaching for business and dealing with the underlying nervous system activators. And one of the most important ones to really like there's like two predominant ones, but the most important one is really about addressing the fact that when people are negotiating for themselves, the sense that the person they're negotiating with is telling them a final answer about what their ultimate value is. So, like this is just, there's no boss, there's no partner, there's no like person you admire, there's nobody in the world that exists right now that knows more about what your potential is than you do. And you can be looking for somebody to believe in you. That's important. But unless you actually really find this in yourself, it's really going to be like a real liability in terms of nervous system activation. So, like feeling it, like the integrity and the truth of your value, and then looking for somebody else to tell you what it is, unless those things totally like exist in harmony, it's going to create dissonance. So like the trick is to actually make this really conscious. And so more work on that in another time. But as like a sort of complimentary reading from the book on this is the on page 48, the top is trust yourself, you know more than you think you do. And then so and just to jump right in, is in 1946, Benjamin Spock's groundbreaking baby and childcare revolutionized parenting and child rearing. The first chapter is titled Trust Yourself and Your Children. And the first sentence is, you know more than you think you do. No one knows more about you than you do. There is no, there are no gurus, but there are teachers and lessons that have survived for decades and centuries, helping to guide us by using education to draw out our inner truths. True education develops our ability to find and draw out truths. Indoctrination tells us what to think, often selecting information to enforce a preferred worldview. Is your experience with education one of drawing out your truths, or is it one of indoctrination? There's no person better qualified to steer your life than you. And, as a like, just to cap that off, the thing is when somebody tells you what they think you are, they're only basing that off of what they've seen in the past, their capability for what they think is possible for themselves to like really to a certain extent, and their own lived experience. So it is like information that can be helpful in using it like for to apply to your own situation. But just if there's anything I'm going to wrap up this session on is just this notion, I'm going to repeat myself, there is nobody on this planet, and these are even the people who love you and believe in you, and these are also the people who like doubt you and love think that your capabilities are limited or whatever. Nobody knows. And this is a really important thing, because your extraordinariness is for you to own and actually like really occupy. It's not for somebody else to give you. So with that said, Next time I go in, I'm probably gonna read a little bit more. I'm probably gonna start at the page before, but I just wanted to dip in before I headed out into the world and just show you some love and appreciation. And, as a final word, I just wanna say I absolutely love you for being here for this, and please like and subscribe if you want to encourage me. Please comment if there's, also just to give me feedback or even, like, encouragement. But anyway, I hope I've either had a great day, you're gonna have a great day. Sending you a ton of love. Talk to you soon. Can't wait for the next time. Bye.